Remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel at NDN Nigeria. Click on the subscribe button and be the first to get notifications. And now, let's join ace broadcaster MAMODE AKUGHA as he takes us inside the Niger Delta.
Hello out there and welcome to the program. It's Inside the Niger Delta, the authentic voice of Nigeria's oil-rich region. I'm your regular host, MAMODE AKUGHA.
Inside the Niger Delta.
Honorable Commissioner for Health in Cross River State, Dr. Henry Egbe Ayuk, and the Chief Medical Superintendent of the Calabar General Hospital, Dr. Kenneth Takim, have commended the Niger Delta Development Commission NDDC for the donation of a fully equipped ambulance to the hospital. They gave the commendation last week during the formal handover of the emergency ambulance vehicle to the General Hospital in Calabar, stating that the donation will significantly enhance the hospital's capacity to provide critical healthcare services to patients and residents across the state.
During the launch of the 2025 RHI NDDC Free Medical Outreach, a partnership between the Niger Delta Development Commission NDDC and the Renewed Hope Initiative of First Lady of Nigeria, Senator Oluremi Tinubu, last April, held at Otuasega in Bayelsa State, the First Lady also inaugurated 11 fully equipped ambulances acquired by the NDDC. These ambulances are meant for distribution to selected hospitals across the 9 states of the Niger Delta region. According to the Commission, this initiative is part of a broader effort to strengthen healthcare infrastructure, improve emergency response, and tackle some of the healthcare challenges facing communities in the region. Last week, one of the selected hospitals, which is General Hospital Calabar in Cross River State, officially received its ambulance from the NDDC. The Cross River State Commissioner for Health, Dr. Henry Egbe Ayuk, said the emergency vehicle would greatly boost the state's ability to respond quickly to medical emergencies, saving lives and helping people get the care they need when they need it.
The delivery of an ambulance, in fact an ultra-modern ambulance to the Cross River State government is well timed. It has come when nationally emphasis is on improving at the state level ambulance services to provide relief, emergency relief management, and so forth.
Dr. Ayuk, who commended the NDDC for showing genuine commitment to its mandate and the well-being of the people in the region, promised that the ambulance would be put to proper use. He also assured that the state government will continue to support and collaborate with the interventionist agency to achieve even greater development milestones across Cross River State.
We are open as a state, as a stakeholder, as a beneficiary of what they are doing, to call on us from time to time to meet with them and then address problems that we think might not have been addressed before.
The Chief Medical Superintendent of the General Hospital Calabar, Dr. Kenneth Takim, added that beyond its interventions in the healthcare sector, the NDDC is also transforming communities through several impactful initiatives like the Light Up the Niger Delta project, which is brightening streets and neighborhoods and helping to curb criminal activities. He, however, pointed out that the Commission could take it a step further by replacing obsolete equipment and refurbishing critical areas in the hospital, including operating theaters.
NDDC has assisted us in providing solar lighting and providing us with other items we need in response to epidemics. and so on. So we are really appreciative of what the NDDC has done for Cross River State. We have a bit obsolete, so they need to be replaced, and other items in the lab also. We really appreciate NDDC coming in to assist.
Meanwhile, other selected hospitals across the Niger Delta region will also benefit as the Commission begins distributing the 11 fully equipped ambulances that were officially launched back in April by the NDDC leadership.
Inside the Niger Delta.
Governor Doyediri of Bayelsa State says his administration will continue to uphold the principles and tenets of the rule of law to ensure every citizen of the state is treated fairly at all times. Senator Diri, who made this known last week while speaking at the 2025 Law Week of the Nigerian Bar Association, Yenagoa chapter, said his government will continue to ensure the clear separation of powers between the three arms of government in the state for proper checks and balance in service delivery.
The event, with the theme Setting the Pace, Law Leadership and Transformational Development, brought together legal practitioners and educators for critical examination of the nation's judicial system. Former Vice President Professor Yemi Oshibanjo, who was the keynote speaker, harped on the need to expand the boundaries of legal education to enable lawyers in the country to meet up with evolving technology and artificial intelligence in the legal space.
Lawyers must now focus on the aspects of legal practice that machines cannot replicate, or at least are not able to replicate yet. From the point of view of teaching methods, we need to adopt simulation-based learning. And this is in use now in several law schools in different parts of the world.
In his address, Governor Diri highlighted the importance of a strong and effective judicial system in keeping the society peaceful and stable. He said everyone, no matter their status, should feel protected under the law. He also urged lawyers and judges to be transparent and accountable in their duties and assured that his government will continue to support and ensure that the judiciary in Bayelsa is independent.
If the judiciary fails, then we'll be going back to the Hobbesian state of nature, where life will become short, nasty, and brutish. And I don't think that we want to afford that. We want to continue to work in the rule of law and guide the freedom of the judiciary, where justice will be made to both the rich and the poor, where justice will be served in an impartial manner and form.
In another development, Governor Diri has warned young people, especially students in tertiary institutions, to stay away from cult-related activities. He said his government is working closely with security agencies to tackle cultism and make the state safer for everyone. The governor gave the warning during the 7th combined convocation ceremony of the Niger Delta University at Wilberforce Island.
There should be no room for cultism in this university. I've given the Vice Chancellor, I, and the government of Bayelsa our charge. I've also done the same thing to all security agencies in the state. And anyone found in cultism in this university, do not hesitate to apply the sanctions.
Earlier, before the convocation, Governor Diri performed the groundbreaking ceremony for the construction of a modern convocation ground and the Faculty of Environmental Sciences building at the university.
Inside the Niger Delta. Azikio Group, oil and gas, dredging, power and air transportation. Azikio Group, petroleum product sufficiency, energy sustainability and infrastructure development.
For 2.5 decades, the Niger Delta Development Commission, NDDC, has been at the forefront of peace building and development across Nigeria's oil-rich region.
as the foremost interventionist agency in Nigeria celebrates these 25 years of making a difference. Inside the Niger Delta with MAMODE AKUGHA is proud to bring you a special video contest tagged the NDDC Study in My Community for residents or indigents of any of the 9 NDDC mandate states. All you need to do is to first follow us on our YouTube page at NDN-TV Nigeria. Then shoot a 1 to 3 minute video of an NDDC project in your community, whether it is completed, ongoing or stalled. Your video must clearly show the project and its location, including your community, local government area and state, a visible project signpost if available, and of course you sharing the impacts of the projects in question. Let the world see the NDDC through your eyes. Show us the change or the challenges. At the end of the contest, the best story wins a grand prize of 1 million naira. Second place takes home 750,000 naira, and third place will walk away with 500,000 naira. And that's not all. Selected videos will be featured on Inside the Niger Delta across TV and digital platforms, giving your community the spotlight it deserves. Submissions open from May 6 to July 6, 2025. To enter, simply visit our website at www.ndntv.com.ng. Click on #MyNDDCStory and follow the instructions. Now it's time for you, the people of the Niger Delta, to tell the NDDC story in your community from your unique experience. NDDC, 25 years of making a difference.
Residents of Lueku community in Kana local government area of Rivers State, who have continued to suffer due to the absence of critical infrastructure and essential facilities, are calling on government at all levels to come to their aid and improve their worsening living conditions. For decades now, the people have been battling with deplorable roads, lack of electricity and healthcare facilities, amongst several other development needs. Speaking to our correspondent, Jerry Pam, who visited the community recently, the people say the neglect they suffer is too great a burden for a single community to bear, hence a need for government and other development partners to urgently step in to help them.
Lueku is predominantly a farming community known for producing crops like cassava, yam, cocoyam and others in commercial quantity in Nyokana, which is one of the 3 districts that make up the Kana local government area of Rivers State. The community, which forms part of the larger Ogoni ethnic group, hosts the mini Egbe oil field with 11 oil wells located within Oil Mining License OML 11. However, crude oil operations in the area were suspended in 1993 following agitations by the Ogoni people over environmental degradation and human rights abuses by the oil company operating in the area. The deplorable state of the only road linking the community to the outside world has rendered it almost inaccessible, especially during the rainy season, when it turns into large pools of stagnant water, often serving as more or less swimming pools for dogs. After years of neglect, the NDDC constructed gutters along the road in 2020 to improve its drainage system. However, the intervention has done little to address the severe condition.
This road is attached to this Duson market, and it's a commercial center of this community. The road is not motorable. At times they are gary fall. At times they are vested fall, and women so they are falling on the road with their goods. So it deprives drivers. Even yesterday, the driver made protest to this place, was even insisting on us that we should look for a way to ensure that the route is working. If not, they are not coming. I want the NDC or the River State government to help us to ensure that the route functions fine. They come and work the road for us, so as to enhance our economic activities here.
Moreover, when the market comment, there is no way we can take up this in our stock to board it because of no roads. So please, government, to help us.
The access road is not the only challenge confronting the people of Lueku. With a population of over 10,000, the community lacks a single functional health facility. The only attempt to build a healthcare center in Ba Lueku started over 30 years ago and now lies abandoned and overrun by weeds. As a result, residents are forced to travel several kilometers to Bori, Kana local government headquarters to access medical care even in times of emergencies.
We don't even have any primary healthcare center hospital here. And the distance from this particular community to Boro is, you can just imagine. So if there is any health emergency here, before you even take the person from here to Boro, the person would have been dead. So there is no government presence here. The situation is just sad. It's an eyesore indeed.
The people say all appeals and efforts to remedy these and other worrying situations in their community, like the dilapidated primary school located in Lweku that has only one government-employed teacher who doubles as the headmaster, have not yielded any positive results.
This school used to have over 500 pupils. Today, you can see the situation of the school. It has been derived. So since this other school is not working again, the pupils from here, they now taking shelter here. Here they have only one headmaster who is a government-employed teacher there. So what the community did is to employ volunteer teachers that they put on stipend. In fact, they've been sustaining that for over 3 years now. So we are actually calling on the government to help us to come to our aid.
There was also little to no evidence of active learning at the time of our visit, as pupils, many of whom were without shoes, uniforms or writing materials, were idly roaming around the school premises. This community also has no electricity, but in 2012, the NDDC, in an effort to light up the community for the first time ever, installed electrical poles, transformers and wires. But this was not connected to the grid until now, to the point that these equipments are deteriorating. The sad situation in Lweku is one that mirrors the numerous challenges faced by several oil-rich communities across the oil-rich Niger Delta region, which to date serve as the economic backbone of Nigeria. However, the massive development needs in this community indeed call for urgent government intervention to ease the burden of the people.
Inside the Niger Delta.
Some residents of AKUGHA in Niger local government area in Ondo State have hailed the Niger Delta Development Commission (NDDC) for the provision of clean and accessible water in their community. According to them, the intervention has significantly improved their quality of life and contributed to the sustainable development of the town. The people who spoke to Inside the Niger Delta last week also added that the Commission's solar-powered street lights in their community have greatly improved security and boosted social and economic activities in their area.
Nigeria's foremost intervention agency, the Niger Delta Development Commission, NDDC, has undertaken several water projects across communities in the Niger Delta to provide clean, safe and accessible water to residents. One of such water projects is located in AKUGHA community, Niger local government area of Ondo State. Here, residents who have previously struggled with access to clean water are singing a new song.
The water project carried out by the NDDC in our community is a very good one. It has benefited the people, and there is no error whatsoever in the project. We really appreciate the NDDC.
The people are not just excited about the water project alone. They have also commended the NDDC for illuminating their environment with solar-powered streetlights, which have enhanced nighttime security and visibility.
We appreciate them for the street light and everything because it has caused a lot of things to the school. Most especially the female student at night, rapists on here and there. There are sometimes we the students, we went on a protest to announce to the rulers that, okay, sometimes maybe in the school, the rapist occurs inside there. So maybe they take action or not, we don't know. But we thank the NDDC especially for this street light, because if anything is happening now in the school, it will be of a great help for the security of the school to be able to at least view it and see everything that is going on.
Solar lighting, okay.
With respect to the NDDC project, there is no NDDC project that we do not benefit from. We, however, appeal to the NDDC to provide us with transformer so that we can have electricity in our community.
However, just like Oliver Twist, the people are appealing to the NDDC to help them address some other infrastructural deficits like good roads and electricity in the area to promote economic diversification and productivity.
We appeal to them to come to our aid in the area of road, because when rain falls, it floods the entire area. We also need transformer so that we can be able to have light.
While the developmental needs of the Niger Delta remain enormous, the board and management team of the Niger Delta Development Commission (NDDC), ably led by the chairman, Mr. Chiedu Ebe, and Managing Director Dr. Samuel Obuku, is demonstrating a renewed sense of purpose and commitment to impactful service delivery. For many who have witnessed the ongoing transformation across the region under their leadership, there is a growing consensus that more support should be given to the duo to enable them consolidate on current gains and drive sustainable development across the Niger Delta.
Inside the Niger Delta.
The Ovie of Agbara Warri Kingdom, His Royal Majesty Kingsley Emakpa Orere Igbidi II, has taken the lead in the fight against drug abuse by launching a grassroots anti-drug awareness campaign across the 7 towns that make up his kingdom in Warri South local government area of Delta State. The campaign, which is in partnership with the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, NDLEA, is aimed at educating the people, especially the youth, about the dangers of illicit drug use, discouraging involvement in the trade, and offering support to those already affected. His Royal Majesty Igbidi II also called on community chiefs, landlords, and other stakeholders to join hands in flushing out all forms of illegal drug activities from their communities.
For 3 days, from Wednesday last week through Friday, His Royal Majesty Igbidi II personally led the team across all 7 communities that make up the Agbara Warri Kingdom, beginning with its traditional headquarters, Otowodo, and moving through Igbudu, Ejeba, Ukurode Urobo, Otegele, Ukpokiti, and Ugunu for the sensitization and awareness campaign. The resource persons who spoke on drug abuse, prevention, and control explained that while hard drugs like depressants, stimulants, and alcohol are serious concerns, even simple acts like self-medication could count as drug abuse. They warn that self-medication is harmful and advise the people to always seek professional help before taking any kind of drugs or medication.
Just a guest like headache. You just come from work, your body just, instead for you to bathe, go sleep, you swallow something. Just go there, go counter, tell them, give me Miss. Today you take Miss, tomorrow you take Miss, every day na Miss. The Miss go miss road one day.
There are plenty drugs that are being abused today. Because some can affect the eyes, some can affect the ear, some can affect the liver, and so on. So there's no part of the body that is spared. That is the effect on the health of an individual.
While addressing the people, the monarch admonished them to join the security agents and community leaders in fighting this menace, which he said has robbed many young people of their future. Igbidi II then called on parents in his kingdom to properly enlighten their children, watch out for signs of drug abuse, and report users or dealers to the appropriate authorities.
I say anybody house where drug they steal, make them take excavator, destroy them. Make better people. Don't stay your compound. Make your children learn better things. Because the Agbara future now the fight for
The monarch noted that the fight against drug abuse is one the kingdom would not relent in pursuing until it completely rids the land of this social vice that often drive crime and criminality. Community chiefs, leaders, and indigents who attended the program told our correspondent that the initiative came at the right time and would go a long way in helping them better handle the problems of drug abuse in their communities.
It's not just children, you know. There are some parents that are involved in drugs. After this, every person knows the implication of drugs and it's going to impact positively in the community.
When I listen, I happy well, and I won't thank the Agbara King. When he bring this to come the community.
We support the motion of our king. I will say no to drugs in our land.
At the end of the sensitization campaign, the monarch pledged to make funds available for the rehabilitation of drug addicts and their reintegration into society so they can become productive members of their communities and contribute meaningfully to peace and socio-economic development in the kingdom. Igbe II was officially decorated as an NDLEA War Against Drug Abuse WADA ambassador in recognition of his commitment to the anti-drug campaign in his kingdom.
Inside the Niger Delta.
And just before we go, the 4th Ologboshere of Warri Kingdom and Niger Delta activist Chief Ayiri Emami, who recently turned 50, had a get-together to celebrate with friends and family in his residence in Houston, Texas, United States of America. Chief Ayiri, who is a symbol of unity in the Niger Delta, was surrounded by friends and well-wishers who traveled all the way from Nigeria to join him in the celebrations. Despite the differences in opinion between the Shekiris and the Ijaws over the recent INEC delineation exercise in Warri Federal Constituency, several Ijaws, including the Pere of AKUGHA Main Kingdom, His Royal Majesty Stanley Peredera Luke Kalanama, were all together with Ayiri to celebrate the milestone in his life. They were all full of praises for Chief Ayiri, whom they described as a defender of not just the cause of the Shekiris, but also of the interest of the entire Niger Delta region.
I'm here to wish Ayiri Mami, Chief Ayiri Mami, a resounding birthday celebration. And I pray the Almighty God grant him good health.
Ologboshere of Warri, my father, we're all here today to celebrate you here in Houston, and we believe that this is just the beginning for you.
We're all here today to celebrate a man whose life and impact transcends beyond his ethnic group. I wish him all the best.
I, as the immediate past chairman of Warri South Local Government, a stakeholder in the Niger Delta region, and academia, I could tell you that if I'm to write a book about him, more than 100 pages, will not suffice.
Inside the Niger Delta.
Well, that's the size of our package on the program for today. Inside the Niger Delta, the authentic voice of Nigeria's oil-rich region. We'll be back same time, same station next week. Until then, you can follow us on our social media handles shown right now on your screens. And please remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel at NDNTV Nigeria. Until next week, I am MAMODE AKUGHA, thanking you for staying tuned. Bye for now.